Today in this video, we're touring the least expensive and the most luxurious home that Davidson, this new home construction builder in San Antonio, Texas, has to offer. We're also going to look at monthly payments at a 6.5% interest rate and what the area has to offer. So let's get it going. If you're thinking about making the move to San Antonio in 9 days, 9 weeks, or 9 months, I would love to be that resource and make that transition as easy and as smooth as possible. Reach out to me at 210-996-9608. My calendar link is down below. QR code at the top right to schedule with me. Let's get on to the rest of the video. Let's go. All right, so a little history about Davidson. Davidson is growing in popularity here in San Antonio, Texas, but they're a lot more popular in the Houston area. I have closed a Davidson home before. They're a really great quality home, and I would really even put them as an above average builder in like the tiers. But let's go ahead and look at this property behind me. I'll flip the camera around. So this property is right now the lowest price property that Davidson has to offer. We are on the southwest south side of San Antonio. I have my shades on because, again, you guys know I have very sensitive eyes and it's easier for me to look at the camera this way as opposed to squinting the whole time. So let's talk about the pricing, let's talk about what's around here, and then let's talk about, then we'll just kind of go to the next property after that. But yeah, this property right here, and remember, I'm using a 6.5% interest rate. And that might not be what the builder is offering. They could actually be offering other incentives. So most of these are Davidson homes. Now there are some other builders out here, but we're going to focus on the least expensive right now currently, and the most expensive right now currently that is on the market. Now I did talk to my rep this morning, my sales consultant guy, and he said that they're taking offers. So if any of these properties interest you, they're taking offers. And I like this one because it's actually situated on a cul-de-sac. So let's go ahead and look at the numbers, and we're, like I said, 6.5% interest rate. I'm not including any of like the buy downs that they're offering or the incentives. This is just the Texas rate, but like the monthly payments could be lower if you qualify for the incentives. So let's go ahead and look at conventional, FHA, VA, and then VA with 100% disability, and then we'll talk a little bit more of what's around here, just kind of some local hot spots. But let's go inside, take a look at the home, and talk numbers. All right, so I'm not gonna put on my glasses only because I really don't need them. It's like for longer periods of time. But yeah, hopefully this is what I look like without my glasses. But I'm gonna flip this camera around, and then we're gonna take a look at this property and just talk some numbers. So as soon as you came in, so here is the door, right? My only thing, it had a shorter driveway, but if you don't mind that, right? I mean, the property is at $247,990. And like I said, let me flip this thing around. Like I said, they are taking offers. So again, those are his words, not mine. They are taking offers. So if that price just doesn't really work with you, with the numbers that I'm about to give, hey, let's work something out. Let's put something in. Let's, get you a home and get this property sold for them. So let me flip this thing around. So this is the living area. I'm sorry, my throat, I'm telling you guys that these allergies are killing me. I have to take an allergy pill, but you didn't come here for that. But yeah, no, this property is 1,253 square feet. It is a 3-bed, 2-bath, and it's right near completion. Obviously you see that microwave door is missing. I like the living area. Now it folds or blends into the kitchen. But yeah, this one's 53 square feet. It's a 3-bed, 2-bath. I'm gonna flip it around so y'all can see the primary. Wow, that primary is beautiful. I really do like that, actually. So let's talk some numbers, right? So for conventional, and I'm talking conventional 20% down, and I always say this in all of my videos, conventional, you do not have to put 20% down, guys. There's other programs out there, but for the sake of this video, I'm doing 20% down. So PITI, so principal, interest, taxes, insurance, 20% down on a $247,990 home. All right, so we're going to talk conventional now, right? 20% down, as I was saying, you do not have to put 20% down for the purpose of this video. We're going to put 20% down. So 20% on a 247,000. I actually want to show you guys the restroom. And I know I have ADHD, but I just want to show you guys this home. This is the least or the lowest priced home that Davidson has to offer here on the south side. Come on, guys. That's awesome. For this home, $247,990 is 6.5, no incentives, nothing. It's about $1,800, so $1,800 to $1,900. So I think that's a great price, right? If you're looking for your first home, if you're moving into Texas and you want to use your conventional loan, I think that's a wonderful, I mean, that's such a great price. Now let's go to FHA. All right, FHA. And FHA, I always explain this because you might be my first time viewer on my videos. And if you are, thank you so much. I'm so grateful that you are here, that you're watching, that you're getting all of this valuable information. All I want to do is help people. That's literally all I want to do. All I want to do is help people get into homes, and I want to show people that there are honest and transparent agents out there. So FHA, 3.5% down on, so this is a government-backed loan that you can put a minimum of 3.5% down on. It's typically for first-time home buyers, but you don't need to be a first-time home buyer to use this loan. So there's a little something there. But if you were to use this as 3.5% down, FHA, it's about $2,100 a month. For this property in this area, near the Toyota plant, right? Near Texas A&M-San Antonio. You come in here, maybe you're just a single, bachelor, whatever. You get some roommates in here, right? You split the rent. But $2,100 for a new home a month, that's awesome. All right, let's go to VA for our veterans. All right, we're walking. I do like that. The front porch. It's actually really nice. I'm gonna show you guys real quick, and we're gonna go into the VA loan. And if you stuck around this far, I thank you so much. Reach out to me, like I said, but if you stuck around, this is awesome. So, right, look, it's a bit of a shorter driveway, but you do get the cul-de-sac, which is nice. Now, the question is here, because I haven't seen anything over there, is nope, they can't. They actually cannot build, because if you see over there, it's for the drainage. So they can't build in this area. So that's really nice, because you'll never get you won't ever get anything built there. Let's talk VA, right? It's for my veterans. I am a military relocation professional. I know I say that every single video, but I am certified as a military relocation professional. So I have a good understanding, or a great understanding, of the VA loan, of the process of relocation, of people moving into another area. I've helped many and plenty of military families move. So yeah, praise God. He's given me wisdom to know what to do, but I am still learning, and I'm still growing, and I'm still getting better. But that's beside the fact. Let's talk numbers. VA, veteran loan. Also, if you have purchased a home with a VA and you don't think you have entitlement, reach out to me. I have a lender who works for Reaching Every Veteran. It's called Rev Mortgage, and they specialize in the VA loan. They also do different loans. They work very closely with Davidson, but they specialize in the VA loan, and you might have some entitlement to still put 0 down. Here's an example. My friend bought his second home, so he rented out his first one with the VA loan, still had entitlement, bought his second home with his VA loan, and 0 down. So he now has 2 properties, wisely using his VA loan, which is what you're supposed to do. So VA, 0% down, no money down. You're looking at about $2,200 a month, give or take, right? And then now let's talk about VA. So actually the really cool strategy with this is that you are near Lackland. So you're probably about, 15, 20 minutes away. The strategy with this, if you're PCSing or moving into this area, or if you want to move into this area, so you could get roommates, right? Whoever you're, the Air Force, you can get some of your friends, some of your buddies, or you can find some people here to room with you and bring down that cost of your monthly mortgage payment. So let's talk VA. VA, 0 down, 100% disability, no property taxes. Let's go. Okay guys, I had to switch arms because my arm was getting tired, but I hope you've enjoyed this video because I actually have a ton of fun making them and providing value and good information and good insight about what San Antonio has to offer. Before we get into the VA 0 down, 100% disability with no property taxes. So in Texas, and I always say this in my videos, I don't know if this is everywhere, so correct me if I'm wrong, but in Texas, if you're 100% disabled, and if you don't know if you're 100% disabled, please reach out to me, we can find that out. And even if you're not 100% disabled, there's like tiers or categories, like 70%, 80%, 90% disability, that they'll still knock down your property taxes. And so that's just something to keep in mind. But let's go over the numbers. So VA 100% disability, it's about $1,600 to $1,700 a month, which that's insane. That is crazy. So also remember that these numbers that I'm giving out, there's no incentives behind them. Most of these builders are giving out like crazy incentives, 4.25, 4.99, 5.25, whatever, right? But they are giving out crazy incentives if you qualify. So yeah, those were the numbers behind, let me flip it around. Behind this home, which is, like I said, a little over 1,200 square feet here on the south side, right near Lackland. Right near Lackland, right near the Toyota plant. And they're also coming up with a new equipment, construction equipment companies, kind of similar to Holt here as well. So that'll bring in a lot of jobs. But yeah, there's a lot to do here on the south side. And let's go see the highest priced Davidson home here in San Antonio, Texas. Let's go. So I actually remember them building this home when I was out here selling just another home for Davidson, and it's a corner lot. It's super premium. It's beautiful, and I think it's one of the biggest builds that they have. And I'm driving really slow. So, and I know I was telling you guys that we were going to go see the next property, which is actually in Castroville, Texas. But we'll get to that one in a little bit. But I wanted to show you guys what this community had to offer in terms of a park and a pool, or like the amenity center. So we're gonna pull up to that right now, and then we'll get over to that next property, which is a luxury more of a luxury property, and the most expensive property that Davidson has on the market right now, right? That is subject to change, but right now. So let's go look at this amenity center. So here's the play area, the amenity center. There's a couple of the other builders over there. I know it's Century, Legend. I don't know if Legend is still actually going to be in production out here, but regardless of the fact, it's First America Homes, Davidson, Century, and Legend. So there's the play area. Actually, we were looking to buy a house over here, and my kids actually really like that play area. I don't know how close we are to buying a home, but here's the pool area, which is actually really nice, and the pool is open. You can see that they're working on it. There's the pool hours, so it's open for Tuesday through Monday, and I'm gonna let them do their part. So I'm just gonna get like an aerial view of it, and then once we do that, see, like, there's the highway, so super quick exit. And it's kind of funny. I spoke to there's a pool. It's really pretty. I actually spoke to this young lady. She was actually putting her home up for rent because she was PCSing, which is funny. So if you do purchase property and you do have to leave, just know that there is a lot of rentability here in San Antonio, In Texas, you're gonna see my squinty eyes, but in San Antonio, Texas, so that's the nice part. If you have to move anywhere, you can also rent it out. And I have a property manager that you can work with. But yeah, so there's a ton of people coming in, coming out of San Antonio. So it's always nice, even if you purchase a property, just know that down the line, if you have to go somewhere and you don't want to sell, you can always just rent it out. But yeah, let's go to the next house. I just wanted to say that if you were coming to the South Side for educational purposes, or if you're looking to pursue higher education, there is Palo Alto College and Texas A&M-San Antonio. And there goes the ambulance. I hope everyone is okay. Praise God. But yeah, if you were looking to come to the South Side to further your education, like I said, there is Texas A&M San Antonio and Palo Alto College. Okay, I know we're looking at the Davidson homes today, but this is what Texas has to offer, y'all. Look at this. And I just can't wait to tell you the price and the numbers behind this. But look, there's that Davidson right there, that Davidson home. Another property right there. Those are beautiful. And look, on this side, there's the Chesmar homes. Look at that. And there's the Chesmar model home. Let's go look at this Davidson luxury style property, get the numbers behind it, and see what the monthly payments look like. Let's go. You guys, we've made it. This is the highest priced property that Davidson has to offer in or around the San Antonio area. Actually, we are in Patrinko Oaks today, and I'm gonna flip this thing around and show you this beauty. Check this out, guys. Oh my goodness. 4-bed, 3.5 bath, 3-car garage, over 3,500 square feet. And we are going to get in how much it cost, the monthly payment. And again, this is all without the incentives. We'll talk a little bit about what this area has to offer, but look at these houses. Wow, they're beautiful. There's the link. And I love, look at that Jag. Oh my gosh. Absolutely beautiful homes, quiet, serene, peaceful. I can't go inside. I don't have the keys. My guy did tell me that they were having a meeting up until 12 p.m. However, I'm pretty busy for the rest of the day. But if you want to come look at it in person, let me know, or I can probably double back and shoot you the video. But look at, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Beautiful properties out here. Patrinko Oaks. This is off 211 in Patrinko, and then it turns into 1957 because it is up a ways. Now these are situated on 0.4 to 0.7 acre lots, so about half an acre size lots, more or less, depending on what you would like. But I think that one's available too. All right, let's get into numbers. Let's get into what this area has to offer, and let's go. You know what, guys, I'll actually throw it in this part of the video. So where we were at on the south side, southwest side, right there, right off 410 South, it was actually called Applewhite Meadows. And I know I showed you guys a little bit about the neighborhood and what was around it, but that was called Applewhite Meadows. Like I said, I give this information out for free. I would use me, because the builders work for the builders. There's some good sales reps out there, but at the end of the day, they're there to make the builders money. And I'm okay with saying that because they know it as well. And you actually don't have to pay me, because 99.9% of the time the builder pays me. Now, if they're not willing to pay me, then yes, you will pay me, because I got to get paid somehow, and this is not a charity. But it's always good to have an extra set of eyes when buying a new construction or pre-owned home. It doesn't matter. And like I said, I've sold a ton of homes in San Antonio. I'm one of the top 1,000 agents, a 3-time top producer. I do this for a living. I do this to take care of my family. I do this to glorify God. Praise God. So yeah, where we were was called Applewhite Meadows. Now let's talk about Patrinko Oaks. So as I'm talking about Patrinko Oaks, I'm going to show you a little bit about the house, but here's that 3-car garage on the side. I actually like the long driveway. So like I said, 0.4 to 0.7 acre lots. Most of them are located on green belts, and it has walking trails. And Castroville is known as Little Alsace, right? It has a bunch of historic charm, and it's filled with a lot of like boutiques and small shops and I'm gonna flip this thing around and put it on myself now so we can talk payments. But I really like this community. It's nice and it's quiet. And you know, this house is actually listed at $709,000. Now here's the thing, my rep told me that they are taking offers, and so like I said in the prior one that was listed at around 243, 245, I believe the home that we first saw in Applewhite Meadows, if you're looking to put in an offer, they're willing to work with us, but you'll need me to put in that offer. Because I actually got a property when I was working with Meritage, and it was at 524, and my buyer wanted to get it at 510, but on the MLS on our system it was actually at 500,000. So I got a $24,000 price reduction. Come on now. See, that's why you need an agent. I'm in the field all the time. So at this property, and this one doesn't qualify for FHA, so first time home buyers, unless you're putting a big number down, then you could, right? You could reduce that loan amount to what it's needed. But yeah, this one doesn't really qualify unless you're putting a substantial down payment. But conventional VA and 100% the VA. So let's talk conventional, right? Conventional 20% down. This property at 709 with the 6.5% interest rate, no incentives off, you know, that you're getting from the builder, which I don't know why you wouldn't, but yeah, no incentives that you're getting from the builder. Your monthly payment would be around $4,900 to $5,000. So give or take, right? Now with the incentives, that'll probably go down a lot less. And I always say the HOA is not wrapped up into your monthly payment. Most of the time you pay it, you know, quarterly, semi-annually, or annually. We pay it at the beginning of the year just to get it out of the way. But yeah, this one's about 20% down. Conventional, it's about $4,900 to $5,000. So now let's go VA. All right, I'm gonna walk and talk. So next, we're looking at VA, so no money down. Now I know typically veterans have a better rate as opposed to conventional, and so I just want to throw that out there. This is just like flat line 6.5%. I don't know your credit score. You know, I don't know your debt to income ratio. This is literally just like 6.5% across the board. So I'm saying these numbers really could mostly go down, to be honest with you. And I say that because there's no incentives yet, right, behind these numbers. And I actually don't know your credit and your DTI. So if you had none of that and you were putting no money down on this $790,000 home, I would fight for you, but for whatever reason we didn't bid on it, we didn't fight for it. You're looking at paying about $5,800 to $5,900 a month. But this is why you need an agent, because I can put you in a good position to maximize your investment. And this is a huge investment, whether it's $155,000 or 1.5 million. It doesn't matter, because a house is a house, and I'm gonna treat it all the same. To me, that's what it's all about. It's about helping my people, helping my clients, and maximizing their investment. So let's go to VA. 0 down, 100% disability. I just want to show you all these houses. They are so beautiful, and it's so quiet out here. Oh my goodness. I live outside the city limits, but I mean, there's still a lot of hustle and bustle, but actually not that much where we live, to be honest with you. It's pretty quiet, which is nice because we chose to live there for a reason. But yeah, VA, 0 down, 100% disability. So this is kind of cool. I know we saw a Chesmar, or Davidson, but this is actually a Chesmar home that just got sold. So actually, just from the outside, did you like, I like the Davidson more, not even biased, but I like the Davidson house more. But what do you guys think, Davidson or Chesmar, now that you've seen both of them? But anyways, I could talk a lot. I think I have ADHD, 100% I have ADHD. But 0 down, 100% disability. You're looking at paying about $4,500 to $4,700 a month. So about $1,000 to $1,200 less than just VA, no percentage in disability. So yeah, I appreciate you guys watching the video. Thank you so much for everything. let's get to the outro. Have you thought about making the move to San Antonio in 9 days, 9 weeks, or 9 months? Please let me be your go-to resource. My calendar link is down below. My number is 210-996-9608. My QR code is at the top right of my banner. Please excuse my voice. I've been a little down with allergies here in Texas, but if you're looking to make the move, please reach out to me. I would love to help you. God bless you, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and thank you for watching the video. Bye.